Have you ever woken up in a cold sweat, clutching your wallet, imagining a world where the cash inside is just worthless paper? A world where your life savings, the numbers on your bank screen, evaporate overnight. It sounds like a scene from a disaster movie, right? But what if I told you this isn't just fiction? It's a recurring nightmare that has haunted civilizations for centuries. From the Roman denarius to the German mark, to the Zimbabwean dollar, history is a graveyard of dead currencies. And the unsettling question is, could the US dollar be next? Imagine this. You go to the grocery store, your cart full, but when you get to the checkout, your card is declined. The ATM outside just spits it back out. Panic sets in. The news anchor's voice is grim, talking about hyperinflation and a loss of confidence. The numbers on the screen are spinning like a slot machine gone haywire. A loaf of bread that was $3 yesterday is now $30. Tomorrow, it could be $300. Your mortgage, your car payment, your retirement fund, they're all tied to a currency that's in freefall. This isn't just a financial crisis, it's a societal one. The systems we rely on, the very fabric of our daily lives, start to unravel. This scenario isn't about fear-mongering. It's about understanding a fundamental truth. All government-issued, or fiat, currencies eventually fail. The average lifespan is just 27 years. The US dollar, in its current form since leaving the gold standard in 1971, is already pushing its luck. We're witnessing governments print money at an unprecedented rate, piling up mountains of debt that can never realistically be repaid. It's like a game of musical chairs, and the music is getting slower and slower. When it stops, you don't want to be the one left without a seat. The signs are there if you know where to look. Rising inflation that eats away at your purchasing power, growing geopolitical instability, and a frantic search for alternatives to the dollar by other major world powers. So, are we doomed to be helpless victims when the dominoes fall? Absolutely not. This is not a story of despair. It's a story of empowerment. It's about taking control of your financial destiny and achieving what I call financial sovereignty. It's the difference between being a passenger on a sinking ship and being the captain of your own lifeboat. The passengers panic, they fight over scraps, and they go down with the ship. The captain, however, prepared for the storm. They had a plan. They had the right tools, and they sailed to safety while others were swept away by the tide. You need to decide right now. Are you a passenger, or are you a captain? The first step to becoming a captain is to understand that true wealth isn't the paper money in your bank account. That's just currency, a medium of exchange. True wealth is assets, things that have intrinsic value, things that can't be printed into oblivion by a central bank. Think about it. Throughout history, what have people turned to when their money failed? They turned to tangible, real things. The most enduring of these, for over 5,000 years, has been gold and silver. They are the ultimate financial insurance. They're not an investment you hope will go to the moon. They're a bedrock, a foundation that preserves your purchasing power when all else crumbles. You don't need to be a billionaire to own precious metals. You can start small, building your lifeboat one piece at a time. But let's look beyond the traditional. We're living in the 21st century, and the digital age has given us a new, revolutionary tool for financial sovereignty: Bitcoin. Now, before you dismiss it as just magic internet money, let's understand what it truly represents. Bitcoin is the first ever asset that is truly scarce, decentralized, and cannot be controlled by any government or bank. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. Period. No one can print more. It's like digital gold, but with an added benefit. You can send it anywhere in the world, to anyone at any time, without needing permission from a third party. It puts the power of a bank directly into your pocket. In a world of currency collapse, having an asset that transcends borders and political whims isn't just an advantage. It's a superpower. Of course, building your lifeboat isn't just about owning gold and Bitcoin. Financial sovereignty is a mindset, a lifestyle. It's about reducing your dependence on fragile systems. This means having tangible goods. Think a well-stocked pantry with non-perishable food and clean water. Think about having a source of energy that doesn't rely solely on the public grid. Think about acquiring practical skills. Can you grow your own food? Can you fix a leaky pipe? Can you purify water? In a world where supply chains break down, these skills are more valuable than a PhD in economics. Self-reliance is the ultimate currency. This isn't about becoming a lone wolf survivalist in the wilderness. It's about building a resilient household and, more importantly, a resilient community. Connecting with like-minded neighbors, sharing skills, and creating local networks of trade and support is how societies rebuild. Your greatest asset will be the trust and cooperation of those around you. So, how do you start this journey without feeling overwhelmed? You start today with one small step. It's not about liquidating your life savings tomorrow. It's about reallocating a small portion, maybe 5 to 10% of your portfolio, away from the melting ice cube of fiat currency and into the solid ground of real assets. Begin your education. Don't just take my word for it. Read about the history of money. Study the fundamentals of Bitcoin. Learn about the different ways to store physical gold and silver securely. The knowledge you gain is, in itself, an invaluable asset that can never be taken from you. Start with what you can afford. Buy a single gram of gold. Set up a recurring purchase for a small amount of Bitcoin. Every little bit you set aside is another plank in your financial lifeboat. Think of it this way. You have insurance for your car, your house, and your health. Why wouldn't you have insurance for your money, for your life savings? That's what this is. It's a prudent, responsible step to protect yourself and your family from a very real and historically proven risk. The coming years will likely be volatile and uncertain. Those who are unprepared will be swept up in the chaos, but those who took the time to understand the game, to build their lifeboat, and to anchor themselves in real, tangible value, will not only survive, they will thrive. They will have the freedom and the resources to rebuild, to help others, and to be the leaders of a new, more sound financial world. The choice is yours. You can continue to trust in a system that is showing cracks at its very foundation, hoping that this time it's different. Or you can take control, embrace financial sovereignty, and secure your future. The power to avoid being a victim is in your hands right now. Don't let fear paralyze you. Let it motivate you. Start learning, start preparing, and start building your ark before the rain begins. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. If this resonated with you and you want to learn more about the specific steps you can take, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We'll be exploring these topics in much more detail in future videos. Share this with someone you care about because this knowledge is too important to keep to ourselves. Until next time, stay sovereign.